Quick guys, smash like in the next 10 seconds if you're excited to hear all the information about Pleasnat's bunker opening up regarding the storyline changes and more. Hit that like button, let's get into this. Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to the storyline video for today, and in today's video we're going to be talking about everything which is going on in the season 2 storyline, giving you guys a full overview of what exactly has happened in this last week. So there is actually a lot going on in this Fortnite Battle Royale storyline which we would not expect at all, which is really surprising. So I'm really excited for it to share with you guys all the little details we've got for today, because there's a lot of stuff going on. And the first piece of news, which is a major piece of news, is actually the layer over at the grotto. So as we begin to travel over to the grotto, you can see on screen we actually have this voting system which we all had to vote in. Now this voting system itself is very key. This determined which team would have taken over the grotto, and it's pretty clear for us to tell that obviously the winner of this was the shadow variant of Brutus, which was really nice. Now over on Twitter, however, the winner was actually Ghost. Fortnite actually tweeted out which one are you guys picking. I know Twitter's not the whole population of Fortnite itself, but the people on Twitter decided to vote for Ghost. So that's really surprising. So it's clear to us that they're not getting the data from social, they're actually getting it from in-game skins. So that's just a little kind of like side information for us. But we know that now Shadow themselves have taken over this layer. We can see that because there is now a skull on the outside, which I'm pretty sure is new. Then there's this kind of obviously the usual cave entrance which we all go through. And then as you go inside of here, you can see that we now have shadow logos all over it. You can see them everywhere. So the more you explore this, the more you'll notice. And I think it's a really nice and unique feature which they've added in. It's got that very red vibe to it now. And obviously there are a bunch of shadow logos all over it. So this location could change again in the future to Ghost maybe, if more people who haven't already unlocked the skin, like myself, I haven't unlocked the choice yet. Like if I decide to pick Ghost, maybe that one extra vote, or if 1,000 people decide to do that, could end up causing this place to turn to Ghost. But maybe I think Fortnite are going to keep it as the original way now. Once it gets decided, I think we'll have to change it during an event. Now it's pretty key that helicopters are coming in, as we know, because there are a bunch of helicopter pads all around the map. And in today's thumbnail, we actually use the Pleasant Park area. We'll explore that topic a little bit more in a moment. Let's just get over to that slowly before we get to that, because I've got a few things I want to explain. If you guys are new around here though, smash that subscribe button. I'm your #1 source for storyline and map change content on YouTube within the Fortnite world, so make sure you smash that notification bell as well. Also, you can support me further. I am an Epic Games partner with code postboxpat, so thank you everyone doing that. But here's another helipad over here. But what's really interesting is they've actually added in helipads all around, and this is actually quite crazy because at these little shadow outposts which they've got all over the map, they've actually deployed or kind of dug out a few different areas where potentially a helicopter could actually situate itself, which would be right here. You can see we've got like the flag for it, so maybe a helicopter is going to spawn in around this section here. So this will be a potential spawn point for it. It might not be guaranteed every game, and that's because there's a shadow layer in here. So it's clear that Shadow and Ghost will be using helicopters to transport around the map. The one thing that's really interesting as well, considering that Shadow just took over the grotto, we now know over at this section where I'm flying into now, we actually have a few signs on the wall at this Ghost outpost with actually Midas himself trying to convince us to join Ghost. These are new, by the way, guys, so maybe these have been deployed due to Shadow getting kind of the first location in their name. Obviously they hadn't had any locations yet in their official name. They've had mini outposts, but they don't have an official one. Also, we explained in my map change video how Shadow are plotting an attack on the actual altar. Why do I always call it alter and ego? I need to get it out of my head. On the Ghost outpost. I need to stop calling it that. But you can see here they're planning the attack, Shadow, with their little letter on the Ghost outpost. That potentially could be an event for us to take part in during the voting system / LTM type thing, which we have coming up obviously in the faction type thing. We're not going to explain too much about the faction thing and how it's going to work. I've got a separate video of that on my channel if you want to check it out. But other point of interest as well, like the rig and obviously the shark and the yacht, have yet to be controlled 100% by a team. Some people do kind of say to me, Pat, you know, we kind of already know the teams of these locations, but they don't have any logos or banners around that area, so these locations aren't 100% confirmed just yet to be any of the teams. Now I do feel like the yacht is Ghost, just because the way Meowsicles is on there, and obviously the Midas statue, and obviously we've got the center island, which we are 100% certain that this is Ghost. You can tell by the logos, and obviously it's the white coated Midas which is inside of here rather than the dark coat. So I think that's really awesome, and that gives us the signal that this location is clearly a ghost outpost. But the others, we don't 100% know just yet. So the next one will be obviously the rig with TNT Tina's challenges, and then obviously you'll be able to vote on which one you want or pick which one you want, and then the rig will get decided at its point of interest, so we decide which one it becomes. It looks like it's actually going to be the yacht after these rather than the shark. You can see that from the challenges on screen, then the shark, and then finally it'll be more of like a battle for the final location, which will be obviously Midas's location, which is currently under control by Ghost, but this could easily change. I personally don't know who I want to win, and how things are going to change in the storyline, it's yet to know. We don't 100% know what's going to happen whichever team decides to win. We do know though that Chaos Agent is part of Shadow, and if Shadow do win, is Chaos Agent's army going to rise? Is this season going to determine the future of Fortnite as a whole? I do think so. However, Fortnite do plan ahead in the future, so they won't be making two versions of everything which they're working on. As we currently know from previous stuff, we know that Fortnite planned roughly about 5 to 6 seasons ahead. When I was at E3, I asked what season are you guys working on, and this was around season 8 time, season 9, season 8, and they said they'd already finished season 13, or finish season 12 working on season 13. So they're about 5 to 6 ahead, depending on where you count it, maybe a little bit less, about 5. So it's not too much, but it can be quite hard to program two versions of the game. So I do think the storyline this season will not actually do the entire Fortnite seasons. Like, it won't determine everything, but I think it will determine map changes, or determine a certain area, or even determine how this season ends. I think that's the way they're going to do it. I don't think they'll determine how, say, season 13 it would be classed as, or chapter 2 season 3. I don't think it would determine that too much, especially 14 and 15, which will be in the works at the moment. But then again, we don't know how Fortnite work on stuff. We don't know if they're working on map changes last and working on skins first, and also working on ideas and concepts for the different mechanics, obviously with different items. Now, onto the topic which I used in today's thumbnail, because this is a great concept which I've been working on with a few graphics, and thank you to the graphic designer which helped me out come up with this concept and make it come to life. I absolutely love this idea, and you can see it on screen right now. It's actually the Pleasant Park football pitch opening up. So I wanted to talk about it in today's video and actually use it as the thumbnail because it's the main talking point. I know it took a while to get to it because I needed to explain some stuff first, but this is a huge point for us because this is telling us that potentially we are going to be getting the helipad appearing from the underground bunker in this section right here. So that's really nice. So let's switch back over to the replay mode and show you guys a little bit more about this. So it's quite clear for us that this area is clearly going to open up. This itself will open up and give us access to a helicopter pad which will be owned by Shadow again. So this would be a really nice point of interest for that, and it will definitely be awesome to be able to fly the helicopter out of the Pleasant Park pitch around the map. Now I do have a feeling that this won't be something which will be open permanently. I feel like you will have the ability to open this section of the map. A bunch of people have been receiving render issues recently in Pleasant Park. I've also been receiving render issues at the agency, which usually means map changes at these locations in the upcoming update. We can expect at the agency items to turn gold as we saw in the trailer, and we can also expect at the park for the pitch to open up and some of the houses to be damaged or changed. So that's going to be really nice. Let's go and check inside the pitch though, because I'm 100% certain that my character does go inside of here. So if we wind it on a little, we'll end up going in there in a second. But once we head into the pitch, we'll switch on over there and show you guys exactly what I mean by the helicopter pad. So it's going to be absolutely awesome. Just imagine this opening up and you flying your helicopter out of here. It's going to be one of the craziest things I have ever seen in Fortnite Battle Royale. Very, very exciting stuff right here. I think I'd absolutely love this as a feature, and hopefully Fortnite decide to add it in at this section. It's going to be really cool and I'd absolutely love it. But here we go, we're going to pop ourselves in to the underground section now, and I'll show you guys exactly what is going on down here. So as we head on over into it, here we go. I'm using the shadow disguise. I pop into the flusher. In I go, and nicely done, slides my way in, and we are inside of here. So if we switch to a drone, and we can show you guys exactly what we've got. So this section is the bit which is going to most likely open up. I think this will be an interactive type thing though. So this helicopter pad will make its appearance from up here, and obviously this will be a lovely shot and a lovely angle to have this opened up, because we will see this H like I showed you guys in the concept, and it will actually show itself from above when this opens up, and you'll be able to take the helicopter off. It's going to be really cool. I don't think this section over here though will open up, but this bit is right in the middle of the football pitch. You look on the map, you're bang on in the middle, so right here is the centerpiece, so it works out perfectly. And when it opens up, maybe some sort of button in here, maybe this little comms machine over here, maybe another comms machine over here, or maybe they'll add a brand new machine somewhere where you can press a button for this interaction to take place. Fortnite has yet to done anything big like this, and this could be their first type of interaction, or even up here. They have small interactions where we could listen to tapes and stuff, but they've yet to have a huge interactive map change, and this could be the first one, and I'm very excited to see how this is going to play out for the Fortnite community on that side of stuff. So that's everything for the storyline / map change today. It's clear that we're currently in a battle between Shadow and Ghost, with the first point of interest being taken by Shadow, and that is obviously over at the grotto. So many more point of interest to be taken, and this will determine the future of the Fortnite storyline. I'll keep you guys updated on exactly what's going on in the Fortnite world, keeping you guys posted on every little Fortnite little change regarding storyline and map changes. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Smash that like button, smash that notification bell to keep up to date with all content, and I'll see you guys in another video. Go and check out the videos on screen. I'll see you over there.